Today we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
Boom! To try to get a matchup with a gunner. Oh! Goes the roof. Francis is gunner.
So this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow, it looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow.
It's very rare.
What a finish. Another one.
Really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out? Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get the goal. It's a knockout. Oh my It's a God. Knockout.
And it's closing in, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Clock is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
Punch me right in the face, man.
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Piercing. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the pitch.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow. How good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the Book of Brawl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Gotta be very careful. What's up, Trash Talkers? What's going on, Gruntworks Nation? We are live for your UFC 294 betting advice. And then, of course, you got the Big Earl here with the NFL locks after that. I wanted to say, how's everybody doing? But we know that Bill's struggling. All right. Sgt Hulka, our big...
I have no balance. I don't have my big toe.
Yeah, no offense to DrunkenCyborg's big feet, but the big toe, right?
She wears the size 13.
The big toe is where he belongs. He is at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and he is putting out fires right now as the Garrison Sergeant Major. So that's just the way things work. But we all know the truth. He's not showing up because he is now goose-egged 2 weeks in a row. And judging by the pick that he gave me to share, I have a feeling it's going to be free. But, hey, seeing as Stacks wasn't here last week. Joe, how did we do in UFC last
week? We went perfect other than Bill's Jennifer Maia pick. That was the only misstep on the card. I will be a man or an adult of integrity and say that I picked Jennifer Maia as well. But, yeah, other than that, we did great.
Nice. And we got Kelly coming in from Arizona, and Brian, of course, from Southern Appalachia, Georgia, USA. Thanks for tuning in. Well, hey,
we got Damian Hilgendorf. Your left tackle's in here.
it's a little early, so I don't know. We'll see if he gets on. He's still at happy hour probably. In
He already commented. He said, "Damn, this intro is long."
Oh, is it? Oh, there he is. Yeah, Damien's on. Never mind. Hey, you should be at the Bowery or something drinking. It's still, well, I guess happy hour is over at 5 there, or at 6. So, hey, Cyborg, what's going on, man? Where have you been? Tell us about your feet.
Yeah, had medical emergency. Thought I had freaking blood clots again. I did not. We're fine. And then I was hiding in the woods. So, yeah.
Nice. I saw you were cooking something in that picture.
I was going to say that picture of you in the woods looked like you slayed a freaking elk. Or a bottle of old elk one.
If I had the space if I had the space to process and or store an animal, I would just be hunting and you guys wouldn't see me until hunting season was over, honestly. But I have neither the space to process or store, so I'm not going to be hunting this year. That was just, I went camping and I decided to take some steaks out with me and make something good while I was out over the fire.
And Damien, I may sound triggered at this, but I'm just going to throw it out there again. Joe and I started the sports show, and then we started another podcast, and then another podcast because we love talking. So if our talking goes too long, just click off, man. Just click X out. Like, just don't watch anymore. Actually, no, everybody keep watching. Love having you on and listening. But go to that QR code, put in the code VTTGW and order a shirt. Go to 10thmountainwhiskey.com, put in the code VTT, get yourself a discount. And I'm going to break it out there right now. We got a big sponsor starting next week. 4 Patriots is sponsoring all of our shows, and it's an awesome opportunity. So we'll hopefully be updating like this camera that's all blurry and all kinds of stuff, and the microphone for DrunkenCyborg. So
can they get me a tan?
So we can hear all of our F-bombs. You know, we definitely need a better mic for that. Maybe some type of sound thing. Oh, I know you like to talk. That's fact. That's fact, Damien.
That means congratulations, Damien. That means you've known him for 37 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little bit longer than that. But no, hey, good to have
you.
No,
I'm saying if they know you like to talk, that's easily attainable inside the first minute.
Absolutely. Well, we'll get into it in the NFL, but let's get right to this UFC 294.
Hey, just because F Vegas and FanDuel, I slayed them last night on Thursday Night Football. That's 2 weeks in a row.
You did
Same.
For sure. What I do want to talk about, we have to go to the prelims first. To the, I forget what fight it was. I wrote it down somewhere. But Stacks has a prelim fight with Keep Going Down.
Nathaniel
Wood, and right this is for her point. So the point totals right now as they stand are Bill 5, Joe 4, and Stacks 2. Now one of those 2 is mine, right? Mine. So we're split. Maybe that's what we should have a clown picks point category for Stacks and I.
I'm gonna say you and Stacks should get a little competition going.
Yeah, a little competition about who picks the worst win of the night.
Wheelhouse.
Yeah, craziest win of the night.
But you like the rustlers. Nathaniel Wood is a rustler.
And I do love my ground fighters, but one of my ones that I got absolutely nothing on, all y'all said the same shit that I did, and it just went completely wrong. So it's not just
Yeah, you did. That was a bad one. You and Bill got hurt pretty bad on that fight night.
That specific fight, I was like, mother fucking fuck.
But either way, it is what it is. But those of you who are new to the show, the experts, don't listen to my picks. My picks have nothing to do with anything. But they pick the round, the fighter, and how it's going to end. They get a point for each one. If they pick by decision, you only get 2 points. But they pick the fighter who's going to win, how it's going to happen, and what round it's going to happen in. And they're pretty freaking good. So if you're a bettor, pay attention. And then stick around till the end because we'll get you your locks and your DraftKings sleeper and your parlays. All right, let's get after it. First fight for a point is the undercard because I tried to go heavy favorites on this one. I threw a little curveball. Heavy favorites on the odds. So you just got to get lucky on who's going to win and how. All right, what do you got, Cyborg?
All right, so this one, I know he actually ended up knocking out Merlarkey a while back, and everybody thought Merlarkey was going to win that fight. However, I feel like Wood picks his shots better. He reads his shots better, as well as he reads how to move out of the way and what's coming at him a lot better than I'm gonna butcher his name. Naimov does.
That was perfect, by the way.
I would just go with Muhammad.
That's his name.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Wood on this. Now, from what I've seen of Naimov, he doesn't get knocked out easily, and he does come in hot, but then he like dies out pretty quickly. I'm gonna go with a round 2 submission because Wood does have some pretty good groundwork, whereas Naimov, when he gets on the ground, he lets people take his back super easy. Like, had Merlarky known what he was doing better on groundwork, Naimov would have been out of there in the very first fucking round when they fought, because he had his back. He had plenty of time to choke him, do whatever he needed to do. He didn't do it. However, Wood knows what he's doing on the ground, and he's proven that. He does well with his groundwork, so I'm going to go, he doesn't end up, he knocks him down, doesn't end up knocking him out, gets on top of him, gets a submission of some sort, probably a choke, round 2.
Very nice, very nice. All right, and we'll stay with Stacks. All right, and we'll go to the first fight of the night. All right, and let the Cyborg break this down. We got a bantamweight fight, and we got that Saeed Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov.
And then Muin Gafuro, whatever the hell that is. But if you look at Mooning, because you just put the G right there, it's Mooning. All right, Mooning. All right, I'm gonna go Mooning by butt slam in the first round because he's gonna moon you and then sit on you. All right, and that's how he's gonna win. So I'm going butt slam first round. Stacks, what you got?
Okay, so on this one, the first thing I have to say about this, and it's not why I picked, because apparently the last time I went with a bodily feature of some sort, it was, oh, I'm making Nick picks now. That's not what's happening.
It's clown picks.
There is something about this that drives me so insane that I couldn't go with him if I wanted to. That patch, not all of the back, just that one fucking patch of back hair.
That's what triggers you in this fight?
Has. It's so upsetting to me that I would never be able to pick him, even if he was a great fighter. It just bothers me to my soul, but it doesn't matter because Nurmagomedov is going to kill this. He's faster. He's better with groundwork. He's better with stand-up. He's just better all the way around. There's no other way to put that. Nurmagomedov is just better in this matchup all the way around. So I'm going to go. He's getting murdered. He's getting fucking murdered. He's going to have his back hair pulled, and then he's going to get murdered. It's not going to be good. I went with a round 2 KO.
Round 2 KO for Saeed Nurmagomedov. All right. Trigger Joe.
Yeah.
Say you.
Yeah, buddy. Saeed Nurmagomedov has been on the outer tier of making a name for himself for a while. I honestly think that he has some visa issues with fighting in the U.S., and that's why every time they fight in Abu Dhabi, he's on the card, and you're going to see a lot of that on tomorrow morning's card for all you people on the Eastern Coast. The first fight's at 10 a.m. The main card starts at 2. But, his last loss was to my dog, Jonathan Martinez, who won me some money last weekend again by knocking out Adrian Yanez. But he lost the decision to Jonathan Martinez, which tells me a couple of things. Saeed Nurmagomedov has a chin. He's not easily finished. Jonathan Martinez is a dog. And before that, he was 5-0 in his last 5. And he lost the decision. But I'm going to say this name right. He submitted Saeed Yakub Cochran.
You're going to
Cochran.
Not going to say this name right. But his first name is Saeed Yakub. And a lot of people thought that Kakhramonov is his name.
There we go.
But he also went up against Douglas Silva de Andrade, who is a knockout artist, and he beat him by decision. The difference between this Nurmagomedov and the most of the Nurmagomedovs you're going to see is he is a phenomenal boxer. He's a phenomenal stand-up boxer. And go bake my cupcakes, Chris. I saw that comment. This
That's
Gafarov
pretty good.
is stepping into a buzzsaw, and Nurmagomedov knows exactly what happens when you win a fight on the main card in a pay-per-view in Abu Dhabi. You fight again, and you bump up the card, and you get a top 10 contender.
Nice. So where is this one? Where's this fight at?
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi. Yeah.
Can I just have a small caveat here? As funny as just the commentary is, especially with the private chat and everything, the best friggin' part of all of this is every time something happens in here, I can literally through the freaking ceiling hear the baker losing his shit.
Slamming the oven door. Is that what he's doing up there with his apron on?
Stirring the batter.
Well,
Is
but,
that what he's doing?
but look at Nurmagomedov's records. Douglas Silva de Andrade, Jesus Christ, he fought the alphabet. But Douglas Silva de Andrade is a knockout artist. Nurmagomedov takes him to a decision and outstrikes him. Kakhramonov is a Sambo practitioner. He subbed him out. Okay, Nurmagomedov's a complete fighter. He likes to stand up. I think he pieces them up and either wins a decision or wins by knockout. But I got Saeed Nurmagomedov, unanimous decision. That is one of the fights that I've got money line.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's jump to the next one. All right. We got a middleweight fight, and we got Aliskerov, all right, versus Alves. All right. Aliskerov is coming in at 14-1. All right. And then Alves is coming in at 15-6. So here's my dilemma. All right. The way that I pick fights is usually anybody's name who ends in a V, all right, is gonna win. All right, Chev or Off. Like it's like they're from like Siberia and shit, right? So like that's who's gonna win. Now the first fight I couldn't pick it. I'm like, who they both end with a V. So I'm gonna go with Aliskerov by V smash. All right. Now normally that's a nighttime move, but because this fight's in Abu Dhabi, the V smash, all right, is happening there in the daytime. All right, so I'm going
say I may
V-smash.
have finished a person or two with that. I mean, what?
Yeah, V smash first round. All right, Joe, what say you?
Yeah, this one as far as finish type, I've been on Aliskerov all week since they made this fight. You know, they originally had Aliskerov to fight Paulo Costa, which would have been an incredible matchup because Paulo Costa is he's got muscles on muscles and he looks like skin painted on muscle. Aliskerov looks like a fucking bully. For Russian fighters, they usually don't put a whole lot of emphasis on physique. Look at Fedor Emelianenko, who the Japanese named the last emperor because he couldn't be beat. The guy literally looks like you're sitting next to a Green Bay Packer fan drinking beer and eating brats with his shirt off, but he never got beat.
Nice.
Aliskerov, on the other hand, is a physical specimen. Warley Alves is meat here. And in the stare down, I really like the fact that Aliskerov towered over him. He didn't move or flinch. He looks like he's out for blood. I'm going to go ahead and say Warley Alves is hunting the submission, can't get him down. Aliskerov lands a big bomb somewhere late in the second round and TKOs him. So I got Aliskerov by second round TKO. And if they give you over 1.5 on FanDuel, take the over 1.5 because Warley Alves is a veteran. He's got a good record, but this fight is a different level. And this guy is fighting on Khabib's protege's main event. And he's from Russia. You know, these guys look at Khabib
Russia.
Like, God, anybody that's Russian on this card is coming out and giving their best. And if you notice, up the left side of the card, you see the same flag damn near all the way up to the top. But I got Aliskerov by second round TKO, ground and pound. I don't think he sleeps Warley, but I think there is a TKO stoppage.
Let's talk about this conspiracy real quick. But, you know, I think Dana White is seizing the momentum of the Hamas attack on Israel where it's like everybody's forgot about Russia for a second. Let's
Interesting.
throw all them motherfuckers in here right now so we can get paid. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, like, we got to get these Russian fighters in here while people watch. Let's go. All right, because everybody's mad at the
Before
right
it's
now.
just Russian fighters against Chinese fighters because no one else has a chance to fight.
Right. So, all right, Cyborg, what do you say on this one?
I'm gonna go just a little different than what Joe went on this. While I agree with everything he said,
Well, obviously not.
I was gonna say,
otherwise you would just say ditto.
Just when he's gonna finish him. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a KO late round 1. That's what I'm going with on this one. I'm gonna go late round 1 KO Aliskerov. Alves, while he's good, he's a really good fighter. He's got nothing. He's got nothing.
I like it.
He really I think he's still gonna put up some of a fight. He's gonna try and get it to the ground. He's gonna try and seek his submissions, but there's no fucking way against Aliskerov that he actually pulls anything off. It's just a different level fighter that he's taking on this time, and it's
guys, a minus 700 favorite on FanDuel is what she's trying to say.
Yeah, minus 700. He's not going to lose unless we bet on him. So
I'm going just under.
It'll be our eighth fight loss of our
at the end of the round. At the end of round 1, that's what I'm going with.
All right. Well, it seems like our experts have a little cock rings in their mouth because they can't talk right now.
Not funny.
Both you two.
It's not funny, away. Bobby Green. You did it to us again.
I'm the one that's not supposed to do it. All right. I'm the one that can't pronounce the names. Or I'm slurring because I've been golfing all day. All right. Let's go to the next one. We got a light heavyweight fight. All right. Let's see if the Baker can actually click on it this time. Oh, he's huge. All right. Ankalaev. All right. Coming in at 18-1-1 going against my guy.
Yeah,
Johnny Walker. All right, 21-7. All right, I'm going Johnny Walker by Scotch tape submission in the second round. All right, Scotch tape sub. I don't know if you ever heard about it. Look it up. All right, so what do you got here? Because get it, Johnny Walker Scotch. So it's a Scotch tape submission. Get it? If you see it, yeah. Put the dots together. All right, Joe, what you got?
Dude, look. If Bill watches this show, he's going to be like, Joe was either drunk or somebody paid him to do this.
No fucking way.
But I'm listen, I've done it all week.
I Walker, bad motherfucker.
I've watched their whole career. And if you watch the entirety of our show and the history of our show, I've been wrong before. I know you may not believe it, but I have. We said Johnny Walker's chin is history. Johnny Walker's career is over. Then he comes out, subs Kutalaba. Then he comes out and knocks out Paul Craig with a back elbow while in a single leg. Then he comes out and beats Anthony Smith, one of the OGs of the sport. Bro, I'm going Johnny Walker, and he is my fucking DraftKings sleeper. And here's the crazy part. I think he clips Ankalaev. I think Ankalaev goes to the ground. Johnny Walker jumps on her neck and wins by second round submission.
Ooh, saucy.
What's
that paying?
75 underdog. I think Ankalaev is overrated. I think that he does very well against very basic fighters. Johnny Walker is as basic as my skin is tan. Okay? He's wild. He strikes every angle. He tries to finish you like you're in a street fight. Like, oh, guy grabbed my jacket, elbow. That's how he knocked out Paul Craig. All right. Ankalaev likes to stand and box. Johnny Walker towers over him. He's got 7 inches of reach. He lands 7 inches of reach advantage. Okay. Ankalaev's 230 pounds when he walks in the octagon, and he can't knock out anyone. I mean, he's got knockouts on his record, but they're very low for a light heavyweight. I think this is Johnny Walker's coming out party that he's not done. He's only 31 years old. He's on a 3-fight win streak, and I think he gets it done here by sub and a massive upset.
I like that. All right, Cyborg, what say you? You could
I
just
mean, you brought up
find
two
it's a
great
show.
fighters that Johnny Walker has gone against, and I love Johnny Walker with my whole soul. I hate
Cute
this
labia
matchup
sucks.
because I love Johnny Walker so goddamn
He's
much.
a good-looking son of a bitch, isn't he?
Yeah, the labia.
It's not even that. It's just the way he fights and his personality. It speaks to me, and I love it. I do. And usually, I'm gonna go with the person that has more groundwork capabilities. However, yes, he took on Kudalabra and he submitted him. Great. Anthony Smith fight, great. However, Ankalaev has fought both of those as well and did better against both of them. Now, he
Careful
did
with
lose
that
against Paul
MMA,
Craig.
man.
He did lose against Paul Craig, got submitted. However, that was way back, years ago. And he has come a long way since then. Honestly, I just love Johnny Walker so much, and it pains me to go against him, but I'm gonna go with Ankalaev. I'm thinking they end up on the ground, and it ends up in a round 2 KO is what I'm going with. I know his KOs are few and far between, but honestly, like.
Having said that, does Ankalaev not have a fucking face for radio or what? I mean, Jesus Christ, a train.
Hey, he's got a face that says I could beat your ass. That's what
a
it
train
says.
would take a dirt road once it's on that face.
But again,
Hey,
like,
listen, if you saw the weigh-ins, Johnny Walker looks like he's there. He means business, and man, I'm telling you, he was all the rage when he came into the UFC until Corey Anderson knocked him out. At 205, all you got to do is catch one on the chin, and you're going down.
He looks like I think Jason would look like the horror movie if he took his mask off.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill you two ways.
Fucked up.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
it's true. Like he's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you. Like this guy has, I will kill you all over it. Now I used to bounce for years, and I would always like see like the quiet guy at the bar. You know, maybe he has 1 or 2 drinks a night, but he's like watching a sport. You know, and he's just minding his own business. And then the college crowd comes in. They start doing shots, and there's this Ankalaev guy at the end of the bar where it's like, don't bump into that dude right now. Like you're about to get worked, and I'm like, as a bouncer, you're scared because it's like he's gonna like kill these people, and now I have to try to like stop him, like the son of a gun. And
but also,
drunk people are easy to
shit
stop.
and then twerk over your body. So
right. But all right, let's get after it. All right, let's get this ugly guy off the screen. All right, let's go to the before we go to the co-main event again. All right, go get our merch. I'm wearing one of the originals. All right, with the dumpster fire and the beers over it. Stacks is wearing the FAFO, fuck around and find out tank top. And then I love what Joe's wearing. Keep calm and lay suppressive fire. All right, those of you 240 gunners out there. All right, you Vietnam vets, welcome home. And yeah, I got it. You guys fired the M60. Not whatever. All right, 240's lighter and fires faster.
We fired what we had.
Yeah, we've shot what they gave us. All right, let's go to the co-main. All right, and now this one is a pick for points by Joe. The website's being dumb. He says, no, you're being dumb. All right, so go ahead and click on the co-main, which is a middleweight fight, and we got Usman. All right, not that one. All right, there you go. All right, we're working it out. Click on it. See what happens. All right, doesn't matter. We got
it.
See, when Chris back in the day, when he was like, younger and had more energy, he would actually do all of this before the show and have all the slides lined up so that he didn't have to do this. Right now, he's being lazy and it's caught up with him. All right, and so it's okay that you didn't want to actually put in the extra 10 minutes of work to freeze these frames. All right, and actually do it the right way. But I'm not triggered by it whatsoever. You couldn't tell. But
it's weird. I can't hear laughter.
Yeah. He's not laughing. He's like, son of a bitch. All right. So we got Usman at 20-3 versus Chimaev at 12-0. Now I thought Bill was going to be on, so I wasn't going to waste any time breaking this fight down with my expertise. All right. But again, if your name ends in a V, you eat like cabbage and shit, right? So you're gonna win. All right, let's. All right, Joe, this is for points. Break it down. Who do you got?
All right. So the biggest difference here on a decision was the time the fight's gonna end. Here's the thing. I wish I could see this fight 5 years ago for Usman. I really do. His knees have absolutely been brutalized. His last 4 fights have been 4 wars. He's lost 2 of them. He did 10 minutes, or I'm sorry, he did 10 rounds with Leon Edwards, lost both fights. There was some footage of him rolling with Justin Gaethje, who's his lifetime training partner once they got to top team, and he said, my knee popped. This guy has to go upstairs backwards. His knees are fucked. He's a phenomenal wrestler. Which
I can't go upstairs forwards or backwards. So
yeah, 5 years ago, Chimaev would have had a real problem with his takedowns. But after watching the Kevin Holland fight, which was a master grappling class that Chimaev put on, I think that him and Usman have an absolute war in the first round. Like Hearns Hagler, come out like a couple of alley cats going to war. And Nick is old enough to understand that reference.
absolutely. Maybe not Cyborg.
I think that by the time the first round is over, Usman is struggling to get to the stool. I think that Chimaev may be a little
I go a lot of ways with that comment.
Because well, you gotta remember, right? Yeah. Do what you will with that one. But I think
with the stool.
I think that they come out in the second round, and just by watching Colby Covington's jab wobbling Usman when they fought, I think that he circles into a straight right. They end up on the ground. Chimaev gets to the neck and wins by second round submission. So I got Khamzat Chimaev, second round sub.
All right, so we're looking for second round subs in both of the first 2 point fights. All right. Cyborg, what say you on the co-main?
So first off, I get a little excited.
Overclamped?
Okay.
Today, Junior?
I get a little excited about this man. Okay, there's a reason he's one of my absolute favorite fighters. Khamzat Chimaev. Goddamn, the way he moves on the ground is like water. It's like a wave overtaking whatever he gets into. It is so beautiful. There's no hiccups. There's no stop and think. It is legitimately just fluid every time he gets on the ground, and it makes me so goddamn happy. It's perfection in my eyes. And honestly, like, I think Kamaru Usman has good enough ground fighting to keep from getting absolutely destroyed like most people would against that style of ground fighting, but he cannot keep it up. And I'm going to go with round 2 submission as well on that one, because there's no way he has enough to hold off the submission attempts of Chimaev, as well as, again, even Usman, with how great he is on the ground, he does not move as fluid as Chimaev. He does not have the speed that Chimaev has anymore. It would have been a great fight, like he said, like years and years ago, when he actually still possessed the capability to move like he needs to go up against this style of fighter. But the style of fighting that he is capable of once he gets it to the ground, and goddamn, if he wants it on the ground, he's getting it to the fucking ground. You don't have an option. It's just beautiful. It's the most fantastically beautiful thing I've seen in a long time. I like I said, I get a little heated about this style of ground fighting, and that, yep, Chimaev, round 2 submission.
I'm pretty sure you started this pick out with a haiku. All right, was that a haiku or was that a hey, where are the nerds at? Was that an alliteration? Like water? Is it a simile? I don't know.
The simile.
Joe, you're in college now. I think simile is like or as, like water, yeah.
It's a yellow circle with 2 dots and then
where's Letha when we need her? Letha's a nerd.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was a metaphor, but still, he's
pretty sure it was a haiku.
It
was a poem about nature.
Like a wave
college,
overtaking.
Nick, bring it down.
Yeah.
Everything. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of the beautifulness and let's get into the ugliness. Yeah. Let's get to the main event.
Yeah, let's do it.
I get to pick for Bill. Okay, so this is glorious. All right, this is Bill's fight. But again, we do need to Become the water. There you go, Brian.
There
A
you
little
go,
Bruce
Brian.
Lee.
Thank
Become
you.
the water. All right. So again, Bill is hiding from the show. He used to be the champ. He's been 2 goose eggs in a row, and I'm pretty sure, and his toes broken. Right? We don't know what's really going on with him. We're not even sure if he's really at Fort Sill. We don't know. We'll have to dig more into this. But here we go. We got the main event, and it was this a lightweight fight. Yeah, lightweight guys. And now Volkanovski's coming up weight class again, right?
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay, so you got Makhachev, all right, versus Volkanovski, which obviously the big fan favorite here is Volkanovski because he's coming up to fight. And I remember this fight from last time. This is number 2. It was a pretty good fight, and a lot of people said that it could have went Volkanovski's way.
Absolutely.
But Makhachev is 24-1, and Volk is coming in at 26-2. Right? I can't wait for this fight. But I'm going to go for Bill here, and I'm going to go Volk by decision.
Mm.
All right. That's what we're going with here. Stacks, what do you see on this one?
Honestly, like, I, like a lot of people, the first time they fought was like, okay, Makhachev's about to absolutely murder Volk, which was so sad to me because I love Volk with my whole soul. And when they fought the first time, I had just had my spinal cord stimulator implanted like 2 days beforehand, and I still Ubered to go watch this fight, and I'm so glad I did. I was sitting there with my neck brace and my pillow, like, facing the TV, and I'm so glad I did because it was the most glorious thing. Oh, loved it. However, I think Volk has been training specifically with this in mind because obviously he was coming back at this. And Volkanovski, Makhachev's not human, but neither is Volkanovski. And they're both just fucking insane animals. I honestly, and especially where Makhachev was not planning on this being a Volkanovski fight, he was training for Oliveira. Volkanovski, 100% in my mind, has been training for the rematch here. Even if he was training for other fights, he was training with his mindset on this rematch. And I'm going to go with Volk by decision on this one as well.
Ooh, there we go.
That's where I'm at.
Very nice. All right, Joe, are we feeling 2 major upsets in this? Are you feeling it? What do you got here?
I would love it. I would love it if Volk could pull this off. But man, after the weigh-in, I'm not gonna lie, I flip-flopped on picks.
He did have to cut 25 pounds in a very short time frame.
I think that Volk is.
Don't eat.
I honestly think this is gonna be a fight that goes down as an absolute war. But the hot take here that no one's really calling is I don't think the fight's gonna go the distance. I don't. In the first fight, yes, Volk dropped him in the 5th round, but Volk damn near hit his ass twice in the rounds before that, 2 separate times, and I think that the size difference is going to be the separator here. And I think that it's probably going to go into the 3rd or 4th round with Islam ahead on the cards because he won some of the striking exchanges with Volk in the last fight. He did. And I think that he's got something to prove. This is his home crowd. And I'm going to go ahead and say Islam, for the first time in Volk's career since his 3rd fight, finishes Volk by KO in the 4th. I know it's not a popular opinion. I'd love to see Volk win, but I think the fact that he's got the size on Volk, he hurt him bad in the first fight. 2 separate rounds, he hurt him badly. I know Volk dropped Islam in the 5th. I don't think this fight's going to see the 5th. I think it's going to end in the 4th. I got Islam Makhachev by TKO stoppage, round 4.
Very nice. Yeah. Again, we don't bet with emotion, and
I would love to see Volk win.
Right, and that's one of the reasons why we usually win out the year. And I'll get into that in the NFL a little bit with what I did with Joe's team. But all right, let's get into the money making part of the show. All right, Joe, give us your locks, your parlays, and your DraftKings sleeper.
All right, my DraftKings sleeper is Johnny Walker.
I love it. Scotch tape.
Yeah. My locks are Ikram Alaskarov and Hamza Chimaev. Also, Muhammad Mokaev in the last fight of the prelims over Tim Elliott. So those are my 3 locks. My parlay is going to be the second fight of the night, Victoria Dudakaev over Jin Frey. Then I'm going with Stacks and Nathaniel Wood. Javid Basharat to beat Victor Henry. These are all prelims so far. I haven't got to the main card. Obviously, Muhammad Mokaev. Saeed Nurmagomedov, who I like to win the fight going away. Ikram Alaskarov. And then Hamza Chimaev.
Nice. All right. Stacks, did you put any parlays together?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously my sleeper here is Volk. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And then my locks, Chimaev, I'm gonna go with Nurmagomedov, and Basharat, is my locks. Yeah, those are.
It's okay. Yeah, just say it.
Sorry. And then Dudakov, Basharat. I am putting Peak on my parlay. I'm putting Peak on my parlay.
Nice.
Mokaev, Nurmagomedov, Alaskarov, and Chimaev.
All right, Cyborg, text me your parlay. I'm going to put 50 on it. All right, because I didn't understand half the words you said because they weren't in English. But who the hell's Basharat? I thought that was a game. Like, is that
Basharat? He's fantastic. That's all I got.
Yeah. Perfect.
He makes my soul happy.
All right. Well, let's get into the best part of life, which is football. All right. Everybody knows this. This is the greatest thing ever. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Big Earl, you've been making some money. However, you did not make money last week. Oh, boy. Oh, we got our asses whooped. Not only did I lose, all right, both of my upsets, I went 2 for 4 on my locks because of the pesky Browns with their backup quarterback beating the 49ers. What the hell was that all about?
Yeah.
And like I said, I've always said this. I go, the 49ers, for the first 6 weeks, I said, unless there's injuries, they can't lose. Well, they lost Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey in the first half. So there you have it. All right, that's just what it is. So muffin fingers. Are we gonna be able to work out the screen here and pull up the games, or
it was like the Black Sheep, Chris Farley's movie after Tommy Boy when he was like, "What the hell was that about?" That's what I was saying during the 49ers game. I was like,
so I don't like picking with emotion. And I picked the Buccaneers last week to upset the Lions. Just based, but no, it was a good pick, right? And I'm thinking because again, teams just struggle going down.
Their defense is great,
and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, Montgomery's out. Like their defense is going to be good. Like it's going to be a sloppy game, but it is what it is. But I also put 50 on Detroit to win that game, and so I definitely hedged my emotion with that bet, and Detroit won. And again, the only time I lost Detroit this year is when I picked them to be a lock, Joe. All right. I picked them to be a lock and they fucking lost. All right. So the emotions are just like are climbing with that. All right. Now this is where you pay attention to the Big Earl. I watch a lot of football stuff and pay attention to this. So it is what it is. I did miss the injury report on freaking one of those games last week, but whatever. Yeah. Let's go.
I feel like we're starting off the NFL week with a lock. With Atlanta going into Tampa Bay at 1:00. Tampa Bay is a 2.5-point favorite with a 37.5 over/under.
100%. You feel me, Joe? Like that is a lock. All right, put your entire mortgage on that game. All right, put it all. All right, Tampa Bay is going to freaking destroy them. Destroy them.
That defense is nasty.
Forget about it. And they're going to come back after that Lions game and just put it on them.
I would not want to play the Buccaneers right now. All right, we got Buffalo rolling into post Tom Brady New England. It's almost like post Hiroshima Japan. It's fucking brutal. I'm sorry, it's bad. New England is an 8-point dog with a 40 over under.
Yeah, this one is weird to me. The Pats showed me a little something last week, but then just the turnovers were just sloppy again. I like the Bills here, but yeah, I'm not going to lock this one because
I don't like those 8 points.
Do I? But this is the one where Bills will win by 20. But just take the Bills, put them in your parlay money line somewhere.
All right, we got Cleveland rolling into Indy. Indy is a 3.5-point home dog given Cleveland's win against the 49ers, because if they lost by 30 like the Cowboys did, I got a feeling the Colts will be a favorite here with a 41 over under.
Yeah, I like the under here. Just because I missed the injury report on this game last week with Anthony Richardson. I missed that. But the Browns are going to win this game, but it's going to be a nail biter, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be like a 17-10. The same kind of game as like the 49ers game was, just a slugfest in the trenches.
Yeah. Who's ready for an upset pick? This guy. We got Detroit rolling in to Baltimore as 3-point underdogs with a 43 over under.
Yeah, I don't get this again, but this is where I put money on Detroit and I lose. All right, I got the Lions as an upset. All right, I got them as a big-time upset, and the main reason why is because the Ravens are traveling. All right, a little jet lag action. The other issue is I know that Detroit's out 2 running backs. I think Gibbs is. I don't think he's going to play. But the game's going to be a lot closer than we think. But I think Detroit actually. I think they've learned how to win. Seeing as they've won 13 of their last 15.
They had 3 they had 3 scoring drives against Tampa Bay's defense without their first 2 running backs. So
yeah, but there's going to be film on that now. So
they're officially well coached.
Yeah, but again, they're winning too much. So I got to go upset here.
All right, so we got Las Vegas going into your favorite city in the world, Chicago. Chicago's 2.5-point home dogs with a 37.5 over under. This game is gross.
Never have I ever given 2 shits about the Bears, but I keep picking them to upset, and they're always so close. They were so close. Again, oh my God.
That running back plays a good spot at quarterback. That's all I got.
Gosh. Well, I mean, he got hurt, and then they bring in this other guy who he threw had DJ Moore wide open to win that game and threw a duck. I, right now at 42 years old, could have taken that snap and thrown a semi-spiral to Moore on that pass. I could have. I guarantee it. I would have thrown it with a semi-spiral. All right, this guy threw a.
I've seen you throw. I agree. Yeah. That would have. You could have delivered it.
And you've never been defeated in the octagon.
I've never lost on the NFL field either. I've never lost, and I've never thrown an interception. Not in the fourth quarter. Never happened. I did in JV football once, but that's not big. All right. Yeah, I got the Raiders here big time.
All right, we got the Washington Commanders going into New York. Another game that is just gross.
Because you don't know the Commanders. The Falcons used to be this were this for me for 4 years. All right, I couldn't pick whatever side they were on. If I say they win, they lose. If they lose, they win. I got no idea what to do in this game except to just take Giants as an upset.
Well, they're 3-point home dogs.
I think Saquon's healthier.
Yeah, if you hold a gun to my head and make me bet, I'm betting the Giants as well.
Yep, I got upset here.
All right. This might be a little interesting. We got Arizona going into Seattle, starting the 4:00 games off. Seattle is an 8-point favorite with a 45 over under.
I like Seattle to win this division outright. I wanted to lock this game, but it's all on the injury report again. Look at the injury report. DK's now dealing with ribs and a back. So it's but Tyler Lockett's healthy, running down the field like he always is. So I like Seattle here. I like them big time. I'm not going to lock it, but you're not an idiot if you bet the 8.
Yeah. All right. We got Pittsburgh going into LA. I got a feeling we got our second lock coming here, Stacks. LA is a 3-point favorite at home with a 44 over under.
100%, Joe. You're reading my mind. Lock that shit
On a
up.
mind melt. Have you seen the movie Breakup, Stacks?
Right.
Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston.
If
Mind melt. We're on a mind melt here,
Is it a romance or a rom-com?
Both.
Yeah.
So,
Negative then.
yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. No.
All right, if you lose your mortgage on the Bucks game that I told you to bet your mortgage on, double that shit down on this game. All right, put double mortgage down on this one. All right, the Rams with Cooper Kupp back. All right, they're going to score a lot of points.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp had 100 yards in the first half of his first fucking half back.
A lot of points. All right, so I like the Rams here, and you know what? Take the over in this game too.
All right, we got Nick's Promotions going out to Denver in the Green Bay Packers, and Denver is a 1-point home dog with a 45 over under.
All right, before you sleep on the pack,
Vegas.
Before you sleep on the pack here, again, people aren't realizing that we went with Jordan. The
Broncos, they're not realizing that.
The Packers went with Jordan Love because of the running game and the defense that the Packers have, right? Well, Aaron Jones in the first game of the season had 100 receiving yards and a touchdown receiving, and then he had 95 yards rushing and a touchdown rushing. Well, he pulled his hammy. Hasn't played since. All right. Jones is supposed to be coming back in this game. All right. With Jones back in the lineup, Jones is an all-pro. No matter.
And let me tell you something as a sprinter who's pulled their hammy.
Oof.
When it comes back, it's actually scary. Like, it comes back and you're good. Now,
but it's not the same.
What's in your head?
But that's what I'm saying. If you don't feel it when you plant and push off that toe, you're good. And if Aaron Jones is healthy, that dude is one of the most underrated running backs in the league because he can do
underrated football player.
Yeah, he can do everything, and he's a giant of a running back.
Yep. So it's and he's an El Paso guy. And his godparents are 2 houses down from me. So all right, let's roll with that.
All right, we got the Chargers going into KC. KC is 5.5-point favorites at home with a 48 over under.
Yeah, here it is. Lock the Chiefs again. All right, I've been making the Chiefs are this year's Cowboys, and I've been locking the Cowboys a lot this year, which they won. They locked and won last week. The Cowboys did. One of my 2 locks that I hit. The Chiefs are going to destroy the Chargers. All right, the Chargers are the worst coach team in the NFL. Have you seen their lineup? Have you seen the people they have on their team? The GM's not making any mistakes. The owner's not making any mistakes. What the hell is going on in the Chargers play calling? I don't get it, right? Like what they did in Jacksonville last year in the playoffs just continues to where they just can't win any games. It's almost like they're the Lions last year, but now 2 years in a row where it's like, do you know how to win? Like, do you want to learn how to win? Because you just can't. I think the Chiefs are going to roll.
Yeah, and we all want to be that guy that gets that kind of like Joe Burrow's attention. I think Justin Herbert is a really good quarterback, but I watched Matt Stafford for the last 6 years. Okay, some guys want to be there when the chips are on the freaking table, and I just don't trust him. I mean, that's how I feel. I just don't trust that guy. I feel like when the game is up there and all the pressure is on, he folds. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce don't fold.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there. However, again, their money was spent on their defense, right? Their defense giving up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter last week against the Cowboys. Like, what? Like, what? No. Like, you're not supposed to do that. Like, they got you the lead. It's a frustrating team to watch.
Hey, for all those Swifties out there, I have to say it. For all those Swifties out there who believe in that stupid commercial about toxic masculinity, your hero went and got the most masculine male on the planet and made him her boyfriend. Okay?
Facts.
Just saying.
Facts.
JS.
Bitch.
JS. All right. Man, we got a game on Sunday night. Miami rolling into Philly. Philly is 2.5-point favorites coming off their against the Jets with a 50.5 over under.
Yeah,
tough to call here, isn't it?
There's a lot of conspiracies going on in the NFL right now with, are the games scripted, yada, yada, yada. Did the Eagles throw off last week against the Jets? I'm not sure, but there was some plays there that were just so suspect that Jalen Hurts doesn't make. And I got it. Maybe he's frustrated. Maybe he had the flu. I don't know. So I'm going to flip a coin in this game. All right. If it's heads, I'm going Dolphins and the over. All right. If it's tails, I'm going Eagles in the under.
There we go.
Exactly what I'm doing with this game.
Yeah. All right. On Monday night, Nick and I are not going to shed any tears over this one because we've had our fill of the Vikings. We got San Francisco coming off a loss going into Minnesota, who are a 7-point home dog with a 44 over under.
I mean, we'll see if Debo plays. He's got a shoulder injury. I think CMC's out. I think he's going to be out.
I know his brother lit it up and won a parlay for me last night with Rice.
Yeah, nice.
Against Tulsa.
But I don't see the 49ers defense giving up very many points in this game. So I like the under here, and I like the 49ers as a lock at 7. All right, I think the 49ers win 21-10. All right, maybe 21-3, or even like a 17-3 game.
I honestly would not be shocked to see this game end up 31-10, 31-13.
Yeah, I like that. Vikings get a garbage time touchdown. I think that could screw up your over-under bet. But I got the 49ers as a lock, the Chiefs as a lock, the Rams as a lock, and the Bucks as a lock. My 2 upset picks are the Lions and the Giants. All right, fight fans and NFL fans, there you have it. UFC 294. All right, and then you got the NFL just coming in hot week 6, and it's week 7. Sorry, excuse me. It's going to be glorious. And we're so happy to have Cyborg back, with their big ass feet, right? So I don't know, like she wears size 12s now because it's like just wide, right? I think they're 4. I think they're 4 triple wides so that they could fit.
I mean, every time I go down the freeway, I have to get an oversized load to take me down there. So
there's no draft anymore. Now. You don't got to fake the flat feet to not get in, right?
Stop driving the car like Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, like stop running on the ground. They have gas pedals. Just hit it. I don't know. What are you doing?
Someone would have told me that before.
Cyborg, what are you doing to your feet? All right, next show we need to know what you're doing to your feet. Like we got Epsom salts or something. Can you throw them in some water? I don't know. There's got to can you poke a hole in them? Do they deflate?
Put some weight off those.
Yeah. So, either way. Anyways, that's what happens.
Leeches. That's what they used to do, right?
Just put leeches on there or maggots for an open wound. Yeah, put some leeches on there.
Stand by me. Leeches.
All right, we'll give Bill the shout out here again for his Gold Star Teen Adventures, and what was the other one? The Blue Line Foundation or
Run for Blue.
Run for Blue. That's what it was. Yeah. So for first responders and all that stuff. And again, if you're looking, we wear blue run to remember.
There it is.
All right. So again, Bill always hits you up with the nonprofits that he likes, and we're big fans of the Gold Star Teen Adventures. And I'll say it for him. We always forget about the kids that were left behind. Some of these kids now are 30 years old. Right? That's crazy. And anything that we can do to put a smile on their face is what we'll try to do. Other than that, we got a great show coming up tomorrow. We have a Ranger Regiment supply guy coming up. So not only does he tell you that he's a ranger all the time, he's supply.
You're like, what logs of Copenhagen?
Yeah, it's like what do rangers know about supply? But we're going to bring him on, and he's going to talk about some of that. But it should be just a really, really fun dumpster fire because Rob Chacho is a phenomenal human being and has done a lot for the veteran community, and we're going to talk about that. So we will see you guys tomorrow at 1700 Eastern time. Put your money in now. Get them in.